Back in the early 80s, there was this dreadful song called I Don't Like Mondays. And guys, to paraphrase that title, I don't like Thursdays. And I'll tell you why. But first, just in case you happen to be on Jeopardy next week and Alex Trebek hits you with the question, the answer is the claim to fame by the Boomtown Rats lead singer. It was Bob Geldof, a one-hit wonder band, but he went on to much bigger things. He was, of course, the founding force behind Live Aid back in the 80s. So there you go, in case you happen to be on Jeopardy. As for me, reason I don't like Thursdays is Thursdays I got to go and get up at 3 in the morning to go in and do the TV show that I do for Fox Sports with Steve Budin on a weekly basis. Now, 3 o'clock in the morning, be honest with you, usually at 3 in the morning, I'm working. I have always been one to burn the candles at both ends. I am a nocturnal person. That's the bottom line. So instead of working at 3 or 4 in the morning, instead I got to get up at 3 in the morning, which means I got to go to bed early, which means normally I go to bed at about 12:30 or 1 o'clock, get my hour and a half, 2-hour power sleep. I've been living my whole life on 3 or 4 hours of sleep. That's just the way I have to do it. But I'm in a good mood this morning, because last night I had my first 10-dime release in the NBA, and it was a winner on Philadelphia, +2 winning outright over Denver. And of course, what we always say in this business is every NBA game is decided in the final 2 minutes, and that edict came to fruition once more last night as the Sixers were up comfortably throughout the contest. In fact, they were up by 15 points with about 5 minutes to go, suddenly found themselves up only by 1 with about 3 minutes to go before going on a 9-1 tear to seal the deal against the Denver Nuggets. But still, so I'm happy this morning. But you may have noticed I had a goatee the last time I did a video report a couple of days ago, and it was looking good. But of course, it looks good because I am a fan of Just for Men. I started going gray probably in my 20s. It was white by the time I'm in my early 30s. So I have to use this little sucker every 2 or 3 days. So I'm looking through the house this morning because the box is empty, guys. There ain't nothing in it. And I'm a little upset. I'm looking everywhere. And I know it's nowhere to be found, but I figure, okay, I'm not going to wake my wife up because I know it's nowhere around here. I'm not going to run out to Walmart at 4 in the morning in order to go get my hair dye, okay? So I figured, hell with it, just shave it off. I'm one of these guys that gets a 5 o'clock shadow at 11 in the morning anyway. I can grow another one in 4 days. But go to the TV show, and I figure, okay, do the show, blah, blah, blah. I go call my wife, and I say, where the hell is the Just for Men? I know I told you to get it. And she then tells me that, yes, you told me to get it. And then after I got it, you shaved, and you told me, go ahead and return it because I'm never going to be using it again. I'm going to stay clean shaven for a while. Oops. So that is the tale how Just for Men got me in the doghouse again with my wife. Takes the gray out, gets your wife pissed off at the same time. Just for Men. Okay, guys, today's promotion is going to be the charity play of the week. I'm going to get to the details of that in just a moment. Plus, I've got a free pick as well coming up on your contest between Miami of Florida and Virginia Tech, the ACC nationally televised showdown tonight. First, let's talk about a couple of hot handicappers. Anthony Red, hottest football handicapper here at the site right now. Football winner number 14 out of 18 goes tonight. And it also happens to be his Thursday night winner, number 8 out of 11. Keep in mind that last Thursday he had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the road dog, outright over Minnesota. Tonight he's turning his attention once more to college football with his 50-dime winner, number 4 out of 5 on Virginia Tech and Miami of Florida. His last 50-dime college winner, I think, was Oregon, crushing Arizona State, I believe. He also may have had one on Pittsburgh, rolling over Connecticut as well a couple of Fridays ago. 50-dime winner, number 4 out of 5. Football winner, college and pro combined, number 14 out of 18. And Thursday night winner, number 8 out of 11, all going for Anthony Red this evening. Now, Trace Adams, also exceptionally good on Thursday nights because, let's face it, guys, you win these weeknight games, you're always in the position of playing with your man's money come the weekend. Well, normally, Trace has a top-rated 1,000-star play release. That's his top play, 1,000-star. But on Thursdays, he has what he calls his 1,500-star lead pipe locks. Well, tonight he's going for winner number 44 out of 68 with those 1,500-star lead pipe locks on Virginia Tech and Miami of Florida. He is 43 and 24 with 1,500-star lead pipe locks in college football alone on Thursday nights, going back to 2007. That's a 5.5-year run for Trace Adams with those plays. Now, if you're looking for the NFL tonight, maybe you want to check out Chris Jordan, AFC West Game of the Month, football winner number 5 out of 7. It's a 300-star Thursday night teaser on the Chiefs and Chargers, the side and total tonight. Meanwhile, Craig Davis has 50 dime winner number 13 out of 18 and 25 of 34 overall on KC San Diego. And he, of course, is coming off back-to-back 50 dime winners this past weekend with Notre Dame and Oklahoma under on Saturday and then scoring with New Orleans and Denver under on Sunday. He is 8-2 this season with NFL 50 dimers, and a $10 bettor has won $4,210 in the NFL dating back to last season. So those are among the hot handicappers going tonight. Now, in terms of the charity play of the week, I'm turning to myself tonight, guys, because I don't like any of these football games. I think the best bet on the board is the lone NBA game with the postponement of the Knicks-Nets debut at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. That, of course, is going to be a rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals between the Thunder and the Spurs. San Antonio coming off a win last night at New Orleans, returning home. Thunder, it's their season opener. You remember last year the Thunder lost the first two games of the best-of-7 Western Conference Finals. Then they not only snapped the Spurs' 20-game winning streak by taking Game 3, but they took Games 4, 5, 6 as well to advance to the NBA Finals. San Antonio is a 2-point choice tonight. As far as I'm concerned, this play is worthy of another 10-dime release, which is my second biggest play in the NBA ever. And again, it's just as strong as last night's 10-dime winner on the Philadelphia 76ers. So if you were to buy my play tonight, it would cost you $49. I'm going to give it to you for free with a coupon code, which is going to be DeMarco49. DeMarco49, my last name, DeMarco. Like, if you can't figure out how to spell my last name, it's right up there, guys. And the number 49. No space between DeMarco and the number 49. You enter that when prompted in your shopping cart, and you will get tonight's play for free. Now, you know the deal with the Charity Play of the Week selection, guys. This is something that I started back last March. I've always been a guy who likes to give my wife and I on a personal level. We do a lot of stuff as the company as well, but on a personal level, I just, love giving to charities, not just the big national organizations. I like finding individuals. I skim through 20, 30 newspapers every day online, so you're always coming across these stories with people that need some type of financial assistance. So I love to just donate bits and pieces all the way around. And last March, I was coming across a story about a family in San Antonio where the father had terminal cancer. He was only given a couple of months to live, 2 special needs children, and the family was looking for some financial assistance to pay for upcoming funeral expenses. And I thought, my God, there's got to be some greater good that we can do with this gambling and create some positive karma at the same time. So that was the first Charity Play of the Week selection way back then. And the sad part, FYI, and you guys responded big time to it, is that he unfortunately passed away a couple weeks later, and the money did go, was earmarked and helped pay for his funeral expenses. So anyway, the deal is, if the play wins tonight, if I win tonight on the Spurs and Thunder, tomorrow, right here underneath the video report, I will put a link to a family, an organization, somebody that needs some type of financial assistance, and I will ask you to make a donation. I don't know how much you are going to give or whether you give. I hope you give if I win, because that's the whole point of this. We have built a community, you and I, of doing good for others. I know you enjoy reading the stories, and I pass you on the notes that these people send in regarding it. And as a matter of fact, we're going to build out the website here to have a kind of like a recap of all the different people, so you can follow the updates, because so many of you always write in the customer service saying, well, how so-and-so, whatever happened with so-and-so, whatever. This way you can even keep track yourself. Again, it's a community that we're doing. If the play loses, hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. You got to play tonight. It didn't cost you anything. I hope to win it. I'm going out on the limb. I'm giving you the play for free. Again, DeMarco49. DeMarco49. You enter that, and that'll get you the play tonight for free. If you happen to be a newcomer to the site for the first time, you probably already think I'm crazy talking about Just for Men. But listen, all you got to do is create an account. It takes you about a minute. Go in, purchase the play on my site, on my page, which is right down here, guys. You're watching the video, and enter the coupon code. It's that simple. Now, let's talk about tonight's game between Miami of Florida and Virginia Tech. Miami of Florida is in triple revenge in this contest. They are a 1.5-point home dog. 15-3 straight up on Thursday nights. Virginia Tech, no slouch either. The Hokies 19-5 in these nationally televised midweek tilts. Listen, the problem with Miami is they come into this contest with a 3-game losing streak. They lost at home to Florida State 33-20 2 Saturdays ago. ago, game in which they played great in the first half before folding against the Seminoles. Prior to that, they lost at home to North Carolina 18-14. Prior to that, they got crushed in South Bend by Notre Dame 41-3. Now, the thing that you have to remember, though, is look at the three opponents. Florida State and Notre Dame, two nationally ranked teams, two teams with top 10 defenses, and you had a North Carolina team that simply prevented Miami from going deep. Also, in that three-game losing streak, Stephen Morris, the Miami quarterback in his first year as a starter, who had a monster game earlier this year against NC State, throwing for 566 yards, has been bothered by a hip injury and an ankle injury as well. But he's had the benefit of the bye week, and I think the Hurricanes bounce back tonight against the Hokies. Listen, Virginia Tech is not that good. Last time they played was 2 Saturdays ago. It was at Clemson. I told you to go with Clemson. It was a 15-9 play, and the Tigers rolled over them for the third time in 2 years. This is a Virginia Tech team that has lost 4 of its last 5 games. It's a one-dimensional team, relying simply on quarterback Logan Thomas because David Wilson, their outstanding running back from a year ago, of course, is now flying straight in the NFL with the New York Giants. And although Thomas has played well this year with 1,900 yards passing, 298 yards rushing, 13 touchdown passes, 10 interceptions, 5 TDs on the ground, impressive numbers, except when you compare to what he did last year when he threw for over 3,000 yards and had nearly 3,500 total yards on offense. Again, Virginia Tech is a one-dimensional team. And the other team's problem with the Hokies this year, Bud Foster is acknowledged to be one of the best defense coordinators in college football. But this is not a vintage Bud Foster defense here. It was the reason why I went with Clemson against them a few weeks ago. A lot at stake. The winner of this game has the inside track of getting to the ACC championship game, as they're both members of the Coastal Division. Again, Miami of Florida is in triple revenge. Virginia Tech is 0-4 against the spread this year outside of Blacksburg. Miami has covered 6 of its last 8 as a dog. VTech has committed 11 turnovers in its last 5 games. So again, considering that Virginia Tech has allowed 20-plus points in 5 of its last 6 games for an average of 28 points per game yielded in that 6-game stretch. And in fact, if you throw out the shutout they had against Bowling Green at home, they've given up 34 points a game in a 5-game stretch. I mean, they lost at home to Cincinnati. They managed to rally from a 20-0 deficit at home to beat Duke. It's just not a good team. And, of course, they lost to Clemson. So I'm going to go with Miami, Florida. I think the wrong team is favored. I'm going to go with the Hurricanes, even though they can't stop anybody running. Oh, another Jeopardy question. 120 FBS teams. Who is ranked 119th in terms of stopping the run? The Miami of Florida Hurricanes, guys. I mean, it's hard to believe that they're giving up. And I wrote it down here someplace. Let me just look at a note I wrote down to myself. They are giving up 249.5 yards per game on the ground. That is incredible. I mean, who do they think they are? The New Orleans Saints? The Buffalo Bills? I mean, seriously? FYI, Buffalo Bills, number 32 in the NFL, rushing defense, giving up 176 yards a game, 6 yards per carry. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for your Thursday video report. Good luck to y'all, and hopefully tomorrow we'll be sitting here talking about a winning charity play. Talk to you then.